Officer, is that your paperwork?
The handwriting, it's mine. Oh my god, just when I think I can't get any worse at being a police officer, shit like this turns up in a bin! Hello there everyone, I am Big Bear, welcome back to Disco Elysium. I am excited to crack on with this because I've been contemplating on a couple of things that happened in the last episode, and I believe that happened in the first episode. One thing that's kind of been bugging me, and I think I mentioned this briefly in the last episode, was that when we were speaking to Kuno earlier and he just kept shouting and shouting and going on, and I kept being given the option to walk away, I didn't. And then my own consciousness said, this changes things, or something to that effect. And I'm beginning to realise that perhaps in this game it is genuinely not just about the decision to take action on something or not take action, but potentially even to walk away from a conversation as well, so as not to make things worse. At least that's where my head's at with it. But yeah, I'm looking forward to getting back into it. I recall that this chap here, I can't even remember his name again, was it open an apartment door for Everard, so that was it. And of course we met Everard, who's head of the, what was he, the dock union, or the dock workers, and we think that he's got my gun. And what else? We found out a little bit more about the special borscht, so we need to go and have a wee chat about that with the manager of the Whirling in Rags. And what else are we looking for? Oh yeah, and that reminds me, I'm not too sure where I am, ironically. And apologies, I know that certain things you won't be able to see here, but this is just giving you a list of sort of plus-ons from bonus items. I've had a wee shifty just before we've cracked on with the episode, of course, because in the earlier episodes we took off my pants and my shoes, and then that basically increased my savoir-faire, which was interesting. Oh, and I'm still holding a crowbar. Maybe I should put that away for just now, actually. What else did I have? There was gloves, 1 plus 1.5 light, plus 1 on visual calculus. So I have to try and keep that in mind, but we are going to crack on and try and find out where the hell we are. Why won't it let us in? It says, oh yeah, well, was it not a strike or something? GRIH, okay. Oh, the Great Revachol Industrial Harbour. Oh, I see. So, well, we can speak to this guy. Just trying to remember whether, yeah, it was tab or right mouse button just to be able to see the things that you can interact with. Not really much else around here. Ooh. There's probably a few here from everywhere. Okay, fair enough. Let's go and speak to this guy.
Bastards! We have a right to work!
Fair enough. The man yells towards the harbour gates. His voice is the loudest of the lot and oddly screechy for a man his size. What's going on here?
Hold up and stay frosty, everyone. Cops are here.
This isn't going to go down well, is it? The broad-shouldered alpha male turns to... the broad-shouldered alpha male. I just love the descriptiveness in this game. It's brilliant. He's a full head taller than everybody else here.
You here to fuck with us? Beat the honest worker down.
Nope. Why? Should I?
We're here to fight for a cause. Stripes usually have problems with people who have causes.
Oh, then yes. Okay, then I'm thinking no.
Good. We're fighting for a cause here. Right to work! Right to work!
Were they not on strike, or have I misconstrued something in earlier conversations?
Besides, we're not that different. It helps if people see us talking, cops and strikebreakers together. Shows authorities are on our side. Builds confidence.
Oh, are these people who want to work then? I don't know, let's just keep talking. What do we cause we're talking
Rights
about
of
here?
people. Rights of workers. To have gainful employment. To make a salary. And feed their families.
I'd be amazed if somebody was arguing with you over that.
His manner of speaking is wooden, the tone of voice bland and uninspired, almost as if compiling replies from a set of learned phrases.
Okay, what kind of cause? I don't think I've chosen any sides yet. The guys have some questions for you. Proceed.
Maybe you should ask them the questions. Like, why we're not allowed to make a living here. Shame on you! We have families to feed, you piece of shit.
The man sitting on the railing. Was that big tattoo bollocks? Oh, did I speak to him last time? I don't think I did.
So do we, Scott.
Oh, he's pointing at this guy. What is a strike? Who are all these strike breakers?
Honest men and women with rights to work, to be useful, not toys for corporate interests.
Okay.
We came here to help the harbor run smoothly in time of crisis. If union fucks don't want work, they ought to let in those who do want work.
Oh, I see. Okay, well that makes more sense in that case. So strike breakers. So these people want to work, and there are striking individuals that are associated with the union from the dock. Okay, that makes more sense.
I have a question. Why do all these men follow your leadership?
Good question, Kim.
You think they follow because I'm big and loud?
Yes.
No. They follow the rules of the market, the rules of the economy, because they were given a job to do!
What was your goal?
We were promised work. We'd be in there, working, if the bastards hadn't shut the gates.
And you're unable to breach the entrance. Well, I think if you had to breach your way into the place where you want to work, you ain't getting paid, mate. Okay, I wanted to discuss something.
Main gate's locked. Would take heavy ordnance to bust it open. Could try to get in through the secretary's office. Door's locked. The guards blocking the way to the access panel.
Well, I've just come from there.
And I don't mean the scrawny mess punk either. I mean head measurer. Or whatever he is.
Head measurer.
Huge Seminese guy standing up there on the overhead passage. Won't let anyone by. The access panel is right behind him.
How bad could one guy be? You seem capable.
Bad. Standing on a narrow bridge, he's got a strategically advantageous position. And he's trained.
In what? Because, I mean, it could be karate. Or it could be that he's been trained in Uno. So, two big differences there.
I don't know how the Union has a trained killer up there. But that one's no joke. And my men are tired and hungry. They're workers, not fighters.
Part of me wants to find out what he would say if I ask about the storming in, but I'm not going to put the idea into his head. Why don't you just talk
Like
to
civilized folk, you mean?
Yes.
These native fucks don't understand civilized.
And they've not even tried to talk to them yet. So,
It would be better for the neighborhood if you went home, at least for now, if you can't get in anyway.
No! They will give up eventually. Or get drunk. Leave the button unguarded. Then we charge.
so they're going to hope that they get pissed and then charge the gate. I don't think I need to ask the question, what is a strike? Oh, fuck it.
When a bunch of ungrateful, lazy cockroaches can't get their act together, decide to block honest work for other people.
I got you.
It's me. They mumble nonsense about boardrooms and workers' rights, while we have the right to work!
Well, I'm with this guy.
There's something odd in the way he carries himself. His set of clothing looks vaguely mismatched. The different pieces of the attire seem ill-fitting.
I'm just wondering, I don't think that these sort of automatic, what did they call them, checks or automatic sort of completed tasks, questions. Maybe I should continue to ask anything and everything just to ensure I don't miss anything, because I was thinking about ending the conversation there. Ill-fitting, what does that mean? Ignore the discrepancy.
His shirt is far too small and an unpleasantly tight fit, while the overalls, held up by a belt, seem to fit a man with much more corpulence.
Okay, are you wearing new clothes?
He ignores your question, choosing instead to turn to the emaciated workers, raising both fists in the air. The clothes are obviously not his.
Well, no wonder he wants to work.
Silence is the answer. There's something off here, but he won't say what.
Something off with him.
You've been talking to him for quite a while now. Something is off with this guy. Ask him where he's from.
Oh, I see. So this is handy that this is happening. I have to keep remembering this, because obviously this line of questioning wouldn't have happened, but I'm guessing the rhetoric and conversation you can have with somebody is dependent upon your build as well, which is what's really happened here, I guess. Okay, I gotta ask, exactly where are you from?
What's it to you?
Deep-set suspicion drips from every syllable. Oh my god, it's like having a bath in words. Curiosity, going to figure out this strike mess. Routine part of the investigation. I thought you looked real familiar for a second there. Does he?
No, don't think we've met before.
His
I
eyes
came to
narrow.
help out the people.
He came to help out the people, but his eyes narrowed with mistrust. Already got that. I'm interested in your background.
We're all workers, right? Workers stick together. Came from the eminent domain, in Jamrock. Backgrounds in odd jobs, heavy lifting, cargo hauling, bouncer work. I know the drill.
A bouncer? Where? I frequent a lot of bars. Maybe it's the one I know. Sweet, I know bars. Been thrown out from several. Maybe that's why you seem familiar. I don't really drink, but I don't really drink, but work has taken me to some. Which one was it? A bouncer where I frequent a lot of bars. Maybe it's the one I know.
Worked at Territorial. Ring a bell?
Not really, but I might have been there. I don't really remember these things well. No, yeah, I think I've been there.
Uh-huh. It was a long time ago.
The man is quickly losing interest in talking with you. Okay, well, I think we've stretched it out a little bit there. Wait a minute, let's
What's
just
it to you?
come back here. So, curiosity, going to figure out the strike mess.
Big mess, caused by Union greed. But I only fight for the rights of people.
Just going back over the additional sort of answers that I can give or the questions I can ask just to see if it changes the conversation any. Makes sense, I guess. Never mind, not going to
The
pry.
man has turned his attention elsewhere. He shakes his fist slowly while observing you from the corner of his eye.
Okay, maybe there is something that changes up a little bit later on as well there, but we're gonna leave him to his own devices for now. I don't know where we are. Can we go down the back here? Vehicle. Foreign car kept in good condition. Is there any? Oh, money. How much real have we got? 60. Oh god. Okay, we're. Oh, there's a guy over there. Well, never mind. We'll go this way first. I'm wondering. Oh, hello, Granny.
The small, wrinkled woman does not greet you. She nods along to something on her radio. A photograph is clutched in her hands, and there is a warm smile on her face.
Okay.
The photo, an ambrotype from the turn of the century, as golden as her smile.
So rude. Snap your fingers in front of her face. Excuse me, ma'am. I'd like to ask you some questions.
No response. Wherever this woman is, your words fail to reach her.
Snap your fingers in front of her face. Well, if you need to get her attention, I guess.
Wait.
The lieutenant stops you before you can snap.
She's just a distracted old woman. Better to leave her alone.
Not gonna argue with Kim on this one. That's only because I'm playing the raging alcoholic here. So... Ooh, box. White tank top, physical instrument. Really? Okay. I'm just gonna go with it. Is there anything down here? Ooh. Hello. Ruins first. No. Okay, no, nothing. What is this?
An old monument stands in the middle of the traffic island,
Oh.
pointing toward the sea. It looks as if it's been reassembled piece by piece, secured and mounted in the air with the aid of numerous ropes and rods.
Who is this?
A silver plaque on the statue's pedestal reads, "I am Philip III, the Squanderer, the greatest of the Philippian kings of Revachol, son of Philip II, the opulent, father of Philip IV, the insane."
The insane.
As you look up, you notice something about the statue. There are some odd indentations on the king's chest piece.
Okay. But, oh, even chance. Encyclopedia. What did this king do? Oh, I can take... But then I would have to put something into... Hang on a wee second. Give me a second. I'll just see if there's anything I can do clothing-wise to improve my chances there. It's 50-50. We'll give it a shot. Give me a second. No, okay, so there is nothing at the moment. I'm assuming we can probably try it again later, or... Do I have any points to spend, actually? Oh, what was this again? Oh, yeah, we're looking up rigorous self-critique. I still don't fully understand this because it's saying -1 authority, but I'm guessing, is that just because it's -1 whilst you're thinking about it, and then it gives you some sort of benefit? I'm guessing? Probably. Let's have a look back here. What did I say that was again? It was encyclopedia. So I am 4. I've not got enough points to move up yet. Well, that's... I mean, that's not bad on the grand scheme of things, is it? Okay, let's give it a shot. If we don't get it, we can move on, and we can always come back here if we need to.
An old monument stands in the middle of the traffic. What did he do? You have no idea what you did a week ago. How would you know what this guy did many centuries ago? High above you, the king stands triumphantly oblivious to your memory trouble.
Okay, what indentations, what do I see?
Something with great kinetic energy seems to have impacted the cuirass, around where the heart is. A bullet?
Ooh, okay. That's interesting. I'm just wondering if my hair looks like a bag of
shot
shit.
him in the heart. Interesting.
Lieutenant, has someone shot the king? Point to the indentation.
Okay, I can't see it, but I take your word for it.
What do you think?
Well, Martinez is riddled with bullet holes. This place saw a lot of action during the revolution. But the statue is recently renovated, so maybe a joke? Target practice or a political statement?
Political, it's a king he shot. Maybe it's connected to the murder. Why would you think that, though? The guy's hanging from a tree. Political, it's a king and he's shot. Well, where are we going to go if it's connected to the murder? I can't see that connection.
Why not? What this shows us is guns aren't too uncommon here, and people still shoot them, sometimes at kings.
The king stands high above you, surveying the bay, mute and indiffererent to your sightings.
Okay, I'm not too sure. You see, that's another thing, was I know that I can, for example, add a point to encyclopedia. It reopens the white check, but maybe... Ooh, maybe that is the point, isn't it? That, a bold slogan, Human Ox covers a truck. Yeah, that I shouldn't necessarily be using all of my points to upgrade in a oneer. Because what if I come across something later and I've not got enough points to put into it and I can't unlock the white check later? Anyway, I'm just... Oh, wait a minute. Let's see this. I'll just steal your money while I'm at it. Okay. Can we get out of here? What does he seem... Is this a... Good. Oh, we can. I think. Hello. Oh, did I come back and speak to that guy? I don't know if I did.
I am a gander and a hunter and a gatherer. Feel like a traveler.
I don't really want to speak to this guy at all.
A simple little cadence. He seems to be making it up as he goes.
Keep listening. I am the law. Jesus Christ, we're not Judge Dredd.
From another planet. Hey there.
Oh, okay. What's going on here?
It's the jam, my man.
He motions towards the sprawl of lorries with a sweeping gesture.
The air from the east is thick with the smell of crude oils, heavy metals and other byproducts of the modern era. You can almost taste it.
Oh, I've just realised I've only got 1 morale left, so I've got to watch that.
It's a traffic jam for the ages. Harbor gates up the street are shut tight. No explanation given. Workers on strike, scabs agitating, an all-around clusterfuck.
Oh, I'm inclined to agree with you there. So all these trucks are backed up because the gate's closed because of the strike at the moment.
Meanwhile, we're all stuck here in long-haul limbo for days upon days upon days.
You glance
Oh,
south down the
days.
road. Okay. Limbo, huh? So that's where I am. So how long have you been here?
Feels like forever. Like I was born on this here roundabout and this was all I ever knew. Just me and the metal and the tires, the oil and the fumes of mazout.
I'm not kidding. I'm half tempted to just take some of the sound bites off of this and put it together as my own personal sleep function. I love the descriptiveness in this game. That's brilliant. Extravagantly phrased, but I can roll with it. I don't understand what you just said. Extravagantly phrased.
Imagine. It's been a whole week already.
He sniggers.
So tell me, what do you need?
Tell me more about the strike. Let's just go down the list.
It's like whatever's going on over at the docks. Workers got a blockade set up, making demands, no way in or out.
Going on strike would probably help you dodge a bullet or two.
Maybe I should go on strike. What's the union demanding?
Some pretty wild stuff, I hear. Like a giant new power crane in half the company? I forget what exactly. Good on them, I guess.
Oh, well, yeah, it seems a bit pie in the sky, though.
I've heard talk there's a company rep in town, too. Like a strike negotiator type. They'd know what's up. Precise demands and so on.
Well, maybe try and pinpoint them.
Ah, yes, from the Wild Pines. We'll meet her soon enough, I'm sure.
Okay, maybe I should go on strike. What do you think of the company? What do you think the company wants?
They want to keep that money flowing in, my man. Ka-ching.
He doesn't blame them, but he's not on their side. That's for sure.
It seems logical enough. Anything else I should know?
Anything else? Yeah, this ain't really my area of expertise. I just do my job and get paid. I have things to do and places to be. All of us do. Us lorry drivers. Camionneurs. You still hang around here waiting for this mess to end. Most have scurried off somewhere to get drunk or high. Or laid. Not that I blame them, really. Not my thing. Chasing transient pleasures is a drag these days. I prefer the examined life now. Thinking, reflecting, observing.
He glances down the road towards the horizon, a glint of something in his eye.
He tries his best to look nonchalant, but there's a rigidity in him, as if trying to conceal something warm and deep beneath a cool exterior.
Know anything about the dead man? What was this one? Oh, okay. Empathy. God, I'm not very empathetic, actually, am I? Know anything about the dead man, the one hanging behind the hostel?
He ain't one of us drivers. I know that. All accounted for. Otherwise, I haven't really asked about that. Been wasting time right here. Keep him busy.
Sure you have, my man.
It's easy to see he's telling the truth. He's kept his nose out of the dark stuff.
Busy with what? Busy with what, then?
Analyzing the fundamental structural and psychological conditions of being stranded in the midst of a sea of motor lorries and their sad, despondent chauffeurs.
And your conclusion?
A sense of surprise there ain't more bodies hanging from more trees.
Oh, okay. Sense of surprise that bodies hanging from more trees. Interesting. What are you hauling anyway?
Oh, high-grade narcotics, illegal firearms, stuff like that.
You better be joking.
Relax. He's merely joking.
It's fine. We're all good. You're under arrest. Oh, boy. Wicked have always wanted a friend in the underworld. Okay, and what are you actually hauling?
Can't even get a few jokes past you, my man. I've got another haul of found cargo. Mostly sporting goods, tracksuits, and that kind of thing. They usually get shipped to Grodd in the Occident. Though we've been making headway in the Il Moran market lately.
So nothing illegal then. That's your machine behind you. Could I get one of those film tracksuits you're hauling?
We're pals and all, but I can't just freely hand out the merchandise. The bosses won't be happy.
Oh, okay. I'm sure I can wrangle a tracksuit off them later. So nothing illegal then?
Not unless they've illegalized sports equipment while I was on the road.
I mean, to an extent, I do think that anybody that wears a full tracksuit just to go out for a day should have a word with themselves, but sadly, not illegal. That your machine behind you?
This rockin' beauty. Sure is. Like a rash you can't get rid of. You interested?
A motor lorry,
Oh!
also called a camion, on Caillou and neighboring islands. This one looks roughed up enough to be some sort of found rust bucket. Maybe the A6.
My bad, I clicked earlier there. What he was saying was, you interested in heavy-duty cargo machinery? That's a Family 6 you got there. Yeah, these lorries are pretty neat, yeah.
Good eye, my man. Yup, she's an old one, but reliable. Me and her spent a long time together.
See, just get in there with the trucker. They know what's what in the area. Right, I had another
The
question.
man taps his fingers rhythmically against his arm.
Yeah, there's no way. I mean, it's just physically impossible. I'm not going to bother with this at the moment because I'm going to get munched if I try this check. I'm good for now.
Don't be a stranger.
He gives a salute with 2 fingers. Oh, I see. I'm thinking outside the box with that one. Okay, what else did we have on our list of to-do things? Because I wanted to go and speak about the special borscht. Was open the trash container, so I need to go and get the key from Gart. Inspect the victim's body, but I've not been able to do that yet because I keep wanting to howf. Ooh, map! Oh. Whoa. Map information. Acquire a copy of the city map. Oh, shit. Okay, so there's another thing to do. Track down your badge. Who made the call reporting the crime? Keep searching for the collar. That's going to be a nightmare. Sing karaoke, but we need the sad song tape. Open the apartment door. I don't know which direction that's in, so I'm kind of screwed at the moment. Special borscht, we can do the key. Okay, let's go and see if we can get the key to open the dumpster just to see if there was anything else interesting. That might open the case up a little bit with a dead body. And we need to go and talk about the borscht anyway. So can't hurt. I just remembered I legged it out of here when Gart was asking me for money. So, and oh yeah, I didn't speak to her last time, but she told me that my colleague was waiting for me, which was very kind of her, but I'm guessing, catch a glimpse of union paraphernalia, I'm guessing she'll be interesting to talk to in due course. Gart, my good man.
Real mature man. What exactly were you trying to accomplish? You do understand you still owe me money, right?
Oh man, what was that? What paid for damages? Oh, bollocks. Okay, so that's come back in my list. You need to pay for the damage you caused in the whirling rags, or you won't have a place to stay tonight. Ask around for money and be careful with your spending. If you're unsure how much you owe, ask Gart. Well, I could literally be out on the street tonight.
Damn, your feet thought we got away.
That did make me laugh when he just bolted for it. That's not what I thought was going to happen. Hold on, what is this money anyway?
What are you, brain damaged?
Actually, I might be. Since I woke up and I've had trouble remembering everything, even the most basic concept of reality. No, I'm just getting my bearings.
Money is what grown-up people use to pay for things. Things like this hostel room, or 8 bottles of potent blend, and 9 packs of Royal Extra. We use it for everything, really.
I will point out, I shouldn't really have gotten served, what's that, 8 bottles of potent blend. That's kind of on you, mate. But, you know, I mean, fair enough, I drank it. Proceed, show him the coins you found. Is this money? Proceed, don't show him the coins you found.
There's a shuffle of nylon as Lieutenant Kitsuragi looks for something in the pockets of his orange bomber.
Don't I get something for my effort? Sorry, I know it was irresponsible of me to run. You have to understand I was desperate.
You know what? The stupid drinks you've had are on the house. You know why? Because I know you can't pay for them. Not because you ran away.
What? Really? That is not a good thing to give an alcoholic as free drinks. Just, wipe my tab clean. Not that I'm not grateful.
Now, I still have to charge you for 3 nights and the broken window. That's 100 square.
Okay, so we're cool. Thank you for your cooperation. Just be polite.
Don't thank me yet. You still owe me 100 real. If you don't have it by tonight, I can't let you up there.
Oh, shit.
Now, what the hell did you want? I assume you wanted something to come back here.
Correct. Is the trash container out back yours?
Mine? No, it belongs to the Whirling in Rags.
And you're the manager, you Burke.
Thank you for clearing that up. Why do you keep the container locked?
Why? To keep the hobos and drunks out. That's why. And the neighbors, too. They put their trash there, and they don't pay for the garbage company.
I thought as much. And are you the only party with access to the trash container?
Well, yes. Us and the garbage disposal company.
I like the way Kim runs his questions here.
It seems a little callous, doesn't it? Something stirs in you.
I wonder what this feeling is. No, it doesn't. Nothing stirs in me. It isn't callous, it's common sense. I wonder what this feeling... no, it's... Let's see. Yeah, I wonder what this feeling is.
Prod at him and find out.
Doesn't it seem callous to you guarding even your leftovers from the poor? Just ask for the keys.
What do you need them for?
It concerns the case. Please cooperate.
If he just listens to Kim, I'm going to be royally pissed off.
Just bring them back once you're done, please.
Unbelievable. So about the money, well, I don't have the money, so there's no point in talking to him about that. If I've seen something here at the Whirling Girl I think I need to talk about.
What thing?
So said the mess hall is reserved for the Union. No, got I saw a sign that I couldn't go into the kitchen. Why can't I go into the kitchen? There's something else I want to ask you about. Why can't I go into the kitchen?
What are you, a cook now? That's none of your business.
I have a search warrant, but there may be something pertinent to the investigation in the kitchen.
He wasn't pan-fried. He was lynched. What could the kitchen possibly have to do with...
He changes his mind.
Fine, okay. The kitchen is closed until 1 p.m. because the cook is working. You can snoop around after that, if you must.
Oh, okay, we got ourselves access to the kitchen. There's something else I want to ask you about.
By the way, you should come back to this thing-based questionnaire if you see anything interesting in the whirling later.
Oh, you should come back to this thing-based questionnaire. Okay. By the way, I'm going to sing karaoke here.
Absolutely out of the question.
Come on, man.
Absolutely in the question. First we find a sad banger. Then we sing this place to shit. Your body is ready, sire.
Oh my word. Okay, I saw another thing at the whirling. Okay, goodbye. Who...
By the way, where is home? The address is coming up blank, and this place sure isn't it.
Do I even have one? I have no idea. I have no idea.
But you've been at this hostel cafeteria for only 3 nights. Where were you before? You had to be somewhere.
Good point. I don't know. Near, south, maybe. Far away. Up on Marvel Hill. Far away?
In time or space?
Both.
That doesn't sound like somewhere you can stay if you run out of money.
God. Could I trace the way back home somehow to the exact street, the exact number, or on a building?
You can try. Run some addresses in your head when you get the time. Maybe a street or an apartment will appear.
Ooh, okay. What was this? Oh, God. Okay, 38%. Let's rewind, let's trace your... Try that in English. Let's rewind, let's retrace your let's trace your drunken steps back home. Jesus God, try and get the words out there. Jump across the raised channel bridge southwest of here. Fall over, get up, get off the asphalt in 20 minutes. Shuffle your feet through the courtyards, scaring little children. Go onto the great raised motor track, the A81, until you reach Le Domaine. Emin in 4th Jamrock. The streets are frozen this time of year, caked with ice. Walk down Main to Berdish. There's a side alley there, and your footprints in the mud. So this would take 6 hours and 5 minutes. Temporary research bonuses 1 to encyclopedia. Oh, okay. I might actually. Oh no, wait a minute. I can always use that because will that count if I add that to encyclopedia, and then I can go back and use it on the statue? Maybe? I don't know why I'm pointing in that direction, because this is a game, and actually it's in that direction, but it's that direction in the game, so I'm sure you understand where I'm going with this. And we couldn't ask about the borscht, whatever you want to call it. Okay, we'll leave things internalizing for now. Okay, onward to the dumpster. Which I've just realised I don't need to edit, because the dumpster's right here. Screw you, Kuno, you prick. Yes.
This trash container is locked. The sliding lid has a padlock that says, whirling in rags.
Physical instrument. Oh, Jesus Christ. 3 minus 10 tool not equipped. How much would the tool give me? Just curious. Oh, no, wait a minute. Or is it the chain cutters? And then if I threw... Well, if I just equip both of them, will that make a difference altogether?
This trash container is locked.
No.
The sliding lid...
Okay, hang on a wee minute. Take all that shit out. Is this not supposed to make a difference, though, if I've got something? Got this open... To open lock containers in the real world.
This trash container is locked. The sliding lid has a padlock.
Well, it doesn't seem to make any difference even if I have the tool. Is that because I put physical instruments so low?
With a well-oiled crack, the lock pops open. It should now be possible to simply raise the lid. Don't. Maybe you shouldn't.
What's this? Open the lid. Open the lid.
The smell of rotten food rises to greet you. You see soggy cartons, dirty rags, and organic waste.
What we got in there?
We're just in time. This hasn't been emptied for over a week.
Look under the boxes. Carton, pick up the rags, search the food waste. Oh, look under the
You
boxes.
see milk, an egg rest with one broken egg in it, some pasta wrapper. Picking up the soggy packages somehow feels familiar.
No.
You've done this before. The movements are recorded in your elbows, the methodology in your fingers. You're used to this.
Used to what? Dumpster diving? Dive further.
A box falls into pieces in your hands. Batiste Soleil cereal. There are plastic pasta packages below, and turbo noodles. Nothing of note, however.
Pick up the rags.
Among the threadbare kitchen towels, something catches your eye. A pair of denim trousers.
Can't say no to denim.
As the legs of the slime-covered jeans begin to unspool from the garbage, a rank corpse smell fills the air.
Ew.
Are these the victim's clothes? The smell is not nearly as bad as the cadaver. These clothes could not have been in contact with the deceased for more than 2 days after his death.
We are using detective work now, are we?
Cadaverine odor is faint. If these belong to the deceased, they were removed when he was still in the early stages of decay.
Alright, so they stripped him down.
Drop them in here, officer.
The lieutenant produces a plastic bag marked evidence. Nice one! By early stages, you mean these were taken from him no more than 2 days after his death?
Yes. I think the clothes were taken off to get to that armor he wore, then discarded. They must have stripped him of it fast too, the scavengers, in a matter of days.
Bag the trousers.
Guitar marked blue jeans. Pockets empty, or emptied. He wore them with a belt, too, a white belt. The loops appear stretched, but
He looks into the container.
the belt is missing. That's it. Do you see anything else in there? I have another bag here.
Something slimy catches your eye.
Reach for it.
A drab, long-sleeved shirt, olive-colored, appears from the food waste, dripping with pus.
Oh, God.
This is a military-type overgarment. No label or serial number. This is the kind of rib-knit shirt that's worn over light armor to conceal it in an urban scenario. Anything more?
The rest of the rags are just kitchen variety waste. A yellow old mug that catches your eye. But other than that...
Thrown out towel, a mug, that's all.
All right. We should go to Gart again and ask if he knows who put the clothes in the trash. It could be as simple as someone from the hostel cleaning the yard. Or that one.
He knows
I'd advise against confronting that force.
What, confronting? I'll confront the wee bastard if I want. Yeah, we need to ask the kids who put them there. You think someone from the whirling might have been involved, maybe?
Not really. All we know is the victim's clothes are in the trash. The lid was locked, and his establishment had the key. It's just a small loose thread.
Okay. Yeah, we need to ask the kids who put them there. Oh, that's not a good idea.
The lieutenant nods, then looks back into the trash container.
Search that. Why would I search the food waste?
It's just organic waste, cold and slimy on your hands. Apple and potato peels, mostly. Unidentified sludge, and the occasional chicken bone thrown in for good measure.
But
But hey, what's this?
what is this? Elbows out, and there's nothing in there. What?
A blue piece of plastic sticks out from the apple peels. It's shiny. Looks like the corner of something. Something larger. A clipboard. A blue plastic clipboard with moist papers hanging from it. They look badly damaged, but you can still make out forms and notes, written in a man's handwriting.
Okay.
Not just any man's. This dense cursive, it's yours.
Mine. My clipboard.
Officer, is that your paperwork?
The handwriting, it's mine. Oh my God, just when I think I can't get any worse at being a police officer, shit like this turns up in a bin.
There's a lot of it, too. And you've got an autopsy form in there, in the back. That light pink copy paper.
A miserable looking slip of paper sticks to the board. Oh.
If you don't mind my asking, How could you have let your paperwork end up in the trash?
I love the fact that Kim's like, how did you let it end up in there? Not, Jesus Christ, you've thrown away your shit. It must have been cramping. Oh, man. I don't know. Sometimes I am tempted to pick some of these funnier responses. It must have been cramping my style. It has a foreboding quality to it. Maybe I needed to lose it for the great bloodletting to begin. I think I didn't want to be a cop anymore. That's why I tried to flush my cop life down the toilet. I'd rather not talk about it right now. I'd rather not talk about it. To be honest, I rather wouldn't. We've lost a gun, badge, paperwork.
Understood.
The mug, I'm getting that too.
You pick out a broken mug with an oddly racist depiction of the yellow man frolicking in saffron.
What? An antique? Just take the antique.
Only in its social sensibility.
Take the mug. Mm-hmm. And turns to the site to the trash.
You've acquired an interactable item.
Ooh.
Investigate this item further by going to the Interact tab in your inventory.
The container sounds a muffled gong.
Okay.
That's one thing off the list. I think we got it all.
Okay, we'll leave it for just now.
You said you didn't want to talk about the ledger. However, now that you have it back, it would not hurt to start taking notes on the case. Officially.
Oh, he's right enough, I guess. Hang on a minute, I want to see about the interactables. Oh, damage ledger, use interact button in inventory to inspect the book. Book Latin, volume... What is this?
The face of King Freecell smiles at you. For some reason, the smile now strikes you as more forced than it did before.
Okay, hang on a minute. I'll come back to that later. I'm more interested in the... Actually, I want to see the ledger. Let's get the mug out of the way first.
It's just a racist mug. What's there to read here? Not much.
There's quite a lot to read into. There's quite a lot to actually look at all of the con.
Oh boy, here we go. What are you going to say about the broken, tossed-away mug that you dug out of the garbage?
That's brilliant. I mean, you're literally just arguing with your own subconscious. The mug is an example of prejudice, so I'm going to use it in an example of what not to do. I'm going to push this into the face of every merchant I find to tell them this is your inane ideology. The mug will be useful. By announcing it, I can earn political capital to mask my bad ass hustling, i.e. fraud and embezzlement. The mug didn't belong in the trash. It was just a funny mug. Can't anyone laugh anymore? This mug is an example of prejudice. I'm going to use it as an example of what not to do. Let's do the responsible thing.
But it was in the trash. Why not just call it out when you see it? Or do some volunteering work. Just finish your case, detective.
Oh, thank you. Okay. Damage ledger. Yes, please.
It's the ledger you found in the trash. A pitiful cabbage of white and yellow papers hanging from plastic board, barely held together by a metal clip. This sad display is made complete by the faint smell of urinal cleaner.
Oh, God. Anything else?
There's a piece of toilet paper, or is it cleaning tissue? No, it's toilet paper, desperately sticking to the back of the blue plastic clipboard.
Oh, God, shit. Oh, shit, literally.
It's a metaphor for you.
Inspect the toilet paper.
It's just toilet paper sticking to the back of the plastic clipboard. You can take it off if you want.
Leave it there, it's cool. Oh, so take it off.
Still wet, the toilet paper peels off the plastic easily. All you have to do is shake it off with your finger and voila, the ledger now looks marginally better.
Okay, inspect the clip.
An aluminium block runs the width of the board, biting down on the paperwork. Its crocodile teeth are the only thing keeping the papers together. A regular pencil, the tip worn down to nothing, has been attached to the clip.
Run your fingers across the
The
aluminium.
surface is interrupted by a silvery sticker. It's rectangular, sparkling with iridescence. You don't know how you didn't notice it before. Looks like an official mark, made to be low visibility outside the right circumstances.
Hey, Lieutenant, what is this pointing to the sticker?
What? That thing. It's a halogen watermark. We use it for adding information to RCM property.
Ooh, interesting. What kind of information?
It depends. Aside from an anti-counterfeiting stamp, mine has my station number and address. The information varies by date of issue.
Ooh.
Maybe yours will have how many cases you've solved.
How can I read it?
Any capable light with the right wavelength will do.
Like, for example...
All RCM vehicles have headlights designed to reveal halogen watermarks. Mine too.
Ooh, cool.
This means you can read the watermarks if you just turn the lights on.
That's all, thank you.
Okay.
While a bunch of sodden papers sag from the clipboard in your hand, it's a sorry sight.
Okay, this is getting interesting. Browse the white papers.
They're not exactly white. They're yellowed in patches by sunlight and alcohol, and covered in dense blue handwriting. Ink escapes into watercolor patterns, reaching its tendrils across entire pages. The paper itself is checkered, with faint red lines, forming short paragraphs. Once in a while, there's a red stamp that exclaims, "Case files, commit to paper." The case files themselves are plenty. You count more than 100 sodden, crumpled up, earmarked pages falling apart in your hands. They appear to be sufficiently organized and extremely dense, if mostly illegible. Work, strife, poverty, the Jamrock Quarter. These are handwritten logs of investigations dating back to January 51, this year. The exact number is hard to estimate, due to missing pages and an odd naming convention. But there are at least 20, maybe 30 cases, undertaken, not completed, mind you. It's the middle of March. You have attempted 2 cases a week on average.
Is that good or bad?
What do you mean? Is that all?
What is that's it? Is 2 cases a week a good caseload, Lieutenant?
Huh? 2 complex cases to undertake is a lot, yes. You really have to push yourself. I would not suggest it, lest you start making mistakes.
Just nod and return to the case notes.
Arson, petty theft, spousal abuse. Handwritten logs on dozens of investigations date back to January 51. Stamped case files, commit to paper. These are your last couple of months in Revachol, Precinct 41, Jamrock Quarter.
Okay, inspect the handwriting in the files.
It's inornate, nearly illegible, yet marching in orderly lines. Pedagogical, somehow. Brash. It must be yours for you to be able to read it. These are the lines of someone who has written by hand a lot and has developed a style only they themselves, or you yourself, can decipher.
Fair enough.
Your hand cramps up merely looking at the scribbles drawn, as by some magnet, to the red checkered margins. Fast, but always straight.
There's a mention of a naming convention here.
Yes, it appears you employ a, shall we say, robust yet literary system. Each investigation has its case number written on the margins. Yet, still more tellingly, most are accompanied by a name. A title, one might say even. One that draws inspiration from snoop fiction and vespertine cop show staples.
Oh, and they're written in capital letters too. I don't want to... Back to the case files.
Arson, petty theft, spousal abuse. Handwritten logs on dozens of investigations date back to January 51. Stamped case files, commit to paper.
Yes, thank you very
These
much.
are your last
Count the
couple of
pages.
months in Revachol, Precinct 41.
Is it going to do
Jamrock
that
Quarter.
every single time I come back to this? I don't know why it's repeating itself. Count the pages. I have to open an official case as the room.
There is, for precisely 1 more. 15 pages near the end remain untouched by the damage. The checkered grid forms a structure of passages, breaking the case into subtasks to accomplish. Once all the tasks are accomplished, the case is complete.
Commit to paper.
Sadly, the ledger only comes with an old, worn-down lead pencil. It's unfitting of this monumental event.
Oh, for God's sake.
The ledger only comes with an old, worn-down lead pencil. It will do, barely. But
Kim, do you have a pen?
the lieutenant looks at his blue notebook. 2 fat, shiny pens hang from the binder, like large caliber bullets on an ammo belt.
So descriptive, I love it.
He is not really saying anything, just standing there, looking at them.
Fine, I'll just use this crappy pencil. Can I have one?
Know that I give this to you with resentment.
I probably would too if I had beautiful, nice pens and my counterpart didn't have coal. With this beauty, commit to paper.
The tasks you've completed flow out of the blue oblong pen in a brash freehand uncannily similar to the rest of the letters. The wording comes easily. It's almost robotically simple. A language developed for mental rigor and simplicity. Inspect the victim's body. Interview the cafeteria manager.
We've done that.
It's not exactly poetry, but poetry would be out of place.
Cross out the ones you've already finished.
A satisfying slash sounds across the paper. You're done, it seems to say. And you, and you. You're a swashbuckler with that pen, Harry, and it feels good. Feels like completion.
Thank God. Okay, I really needed that, actually. Thankfully, I've got 2 health kits, but I have no idea how to get anything to boost my morale again.
Things to be done and things already done. The composition of reality. This is an extremely useful tool for a detective of the citizens' militia. Now all that remains is to name the case.
Have you by any chance named your case? Good question.
No, actually. Any ideas?
The Hanged Man. The Furies are at home in the mirror. The setting sun. Shit on a stick. Actually, I don't have it with the Hanged Man.
Great. That's great. That's actually what I was thinking too. The Hanged Man. Good, strong name. We have a very good name for the case now. I'm going to start calling it the Hanged Man. It's good we sorted this out.
And I've got a new skill point to use. I'm not going to use it yet. Let's just relax. Everybody, calm down. Relax. We're going to need to find a reason to use it at a certain point. Kim, all my cases employ a naming convention similar to what we used on ours. I'm done inspecting these. I'll just ask Kim about it.
How very childish of you. In your and my defense, almost everyone in the RCM uses the titular system, in addition to the official alphanumeric. It's a holdover from the early days of the RCM, right after the revolution, when the organization had little idea how to do things. It persists in an unofficial capacity. Officers use these titles to refer to their work among themselves.
Okay, I'm done inspecting the
You
cases.
don't exactly close them, so much as distance yourself from the smelly papers. They're a little further from your nose now.
Okay, browse the yellow papers.
In the back, you see thin, translucent copy paper. Some neon yellow, some bright red, all covered in boxes, like marching armies. These look like official forms, waiting to be filled out. Then rip them from the binder and hand them out, according to type of form.
What types of forms are there?
3. The topmost are misconduct fines. The middle ones are station calls. And the bottommost are field autopsy forms. Each is easy enough to make sense of.
Oh, okay.
You don't have to be an intellectual giant to do police work.
Misconduct fine.
A monetary penalization ranging from 20 to 250 real. Severe cases allow for 1,000 real, but that requires special paperwork. The details of issuing these fines are spread out over the rest of the fields, but they appear pleasantly vague.
Oh, so can we hand out forms to get 100 real in order to pay our tab at the hostel? I don't want to play it like that though. That's the catch-22, but that's the first thing that crossed my mind when I realised we had those forms. Station call.
These are quite sinister in turn. They give a date and time for the person to appear at the specified precinct police station. Below the call are the criminal charges you risk by not appearing.
Okay.
All in a print so small it could be considered downright cute.
And field autopsy, so we'll need that when we eventually inspect the body.
A dozen pages of thin copy paper, bright red in color. You see the parameters of a deceased human form waiting to be filled in. Age, sex, condition of internal organs.
Enough of these, close the forms.
Yes, all that remains now is to fill those forms and hand them to people. Fines for wrongdoers, interview requests for bad guys, and field autopsies to dead guys. The rest of the stinking cellulose is much worse for wear. Being sandwiched between the board and the rest of the paperwork must have spared the fragile copy of paper.
Okay, so we're making progress here. We've got our clipboard back. I do feel like, as I'm playing this, I'm hoping that when we get to the end of the game, and I have no idea what's going to happen already, I've got very, very bad feelings about how this game might end, but I am hoping that we're going to be a better police officer and a better person for it, so that is the way that I'm going to continue playing. Look at the clipboard.
It's made of dark blue plastic, hard enough to beat someone to submission with. The edges are rounded, however. The U4 size board feels thick and heavy in your hand. Light shimmers on its wet surface. On the back, you see the embossed letters, RCM.
Shake the ledger.
Something rattles inside, ever so lightly. Is there a hidden compartment?
Tell me it's my badge.
And something small inside, light, made of paper or cardboard, or dried flowers perhaps.
Okay, well maybe not then.
Permeables. It's not hidden per se. The compartment is made for permeable materials that would get damaged if something happened to it.
Peek inside.
The plastic shimmers like lapis lazuli, but it is not see-through. You cannot see to its center.
How would I open it?
With your hands, U4-sized pages hang from the clip screwed to the top of the board.
Oh, so I'm minus interfacing at the moment because of the lonesome long way home. Is that the thing that I'm... Wait a minute. What? Oh, what? Because that's there now? Wait. No, I don't understand. Haba? What? -1 for lonesome long way home? But my interface is 6. 83. Wait a minute. Yeah, that's not making too much sense. Why is it saying -1 lonesome long way home though? Because that's this. But all that's saying is... All that's saying is +1 to encyclopedia is the temporary bonus. I don't know, I'm a little bit confused about that, I'll be honest. Oh well, we should hit it.
The two sides of the board appear slightly misaligned, like a drawer that's come off its slides. If you bend the plastic on your knee, slowly,
Okay.
the slides snap back into place. It should be possible to just,
Slide the drawer open.
without resistance or sound, the two panels move against each other. The compartment is now open.
Oh, please don't tell me it's drugs or something.
2 ticket stubs and a handmade postcard.
Hey! Pick up the ticket stubs.
2 octopuses are smiling, reaching their tentacles toward each other in the colored pencil drawings. The tickets permit access to the zoo in Revachol East. The aquarium costs extra. These let you go there, too.
Okay, postcard.
Thin wax paper has been glued to a piece of cardboard. Sounds like leaves rustling when you pick it up. You see violet flowers, floral patterns, patches of glue.
Smell it first, open it.
Familiar handwriting lines the inside of the card. Looped, round letters in a woman's hand. A young woman in her 20s. There is care, effort, and a smile, you think. Although that is not something you can read from someone's handwriting. Harry, it begins. You're already reading. I wanted to write you a letter so you can read it when you wake up. Maybe it will make you happy.
Is this to myself?
Throw it away, please.
But it will make me happy. Keep reading.
Your hand shakes, holding the card. Every morning when I step out and you're asleep behind me, it says, I find a little piece of sadness in me. I carry it in my chest, down Voyager Road.
Wait a minute, is this to myself, or are we talking about my partner?
Every step I take, it grows. By the time I reach the fuel station, it has filled me entirely. I step onto the light rail and look back. Sparks fall from the bow collector. I know it will be like this until late afternoon, when I get off the 42 and walk back to you.
Keep reading.
You. Every step I take will get lighter. It almost makes me run. Sometimes I do. I can't believe I met you. I can't believe the happiness I feel with you. You have a vast, vast soul, and I will always, always, always come back to it.
Oh.
Kisses, kisses, kisses. You feel the air sucked out of your lungs and the blood sucked out of your head. Everything around you gets dark. Small white dots appear. You feel the ledger slip from your hand.
Fall sideways. What? What?
There is nothing.
What?
Again. Nothing said, brother. No treachery, just blackout.
Just lie there, passed out.
Well, almost nothing. There is the ground below you, that's still there. And the small light that's on, fluttering, somewhere in the basal ganglia.
Who's that?
That's me. Blue eyes, that's me.
Nice and quiet.
Is it? The world is gone. You are no longer reacting to outward stimuli, yet still. A bitter caustic sense of loss remains. Even in the darkness, great sorrows slip in the water. Slimy.
Yeah, that's the stuff. No, I was cool. I'm cool. Yeah, that's the stuff.
Here in the paleo-mammalian cortex, we call it the shadow.
Wait a minute. So now we're in a component where we passed out, and this is other areas of our ancient reptilian brain and the limbic system's back. Okay.
Because it's always there.
White morning.
Tell him. Tell him.
Ah, yes. In the olfactory system, they call it the apricot chewing gum scented one. It's unhealthy of them to linger on it so. But as they say, what do you do?
Smells so nice. Smells like betrayal. I have no idea what they're talking about. Smells so nice.
It didn't smell nice. It smelled like betrayal.
Okay. Was that the X something? Oh god, I don't know if I want to go down this route.
Bloated corpse of the past resurfacing.
Yes, that.
Don't prod at it. It will start moving again.
We'll start moving again. Where is Voyager Road?
There is no Voyager Road. There are no roads, no houses, no lights in the windows. It's all on pause.
Enough, just lie there motionless.
You think they would let you? Until you disintegrate into biomolecules? No. Someone is breathing on your face now, inspecting your pupils, stupid idiot.
Oh, is it Kim waking us up? What is that? It's cold.
Yes. They're pouring something on you. It's in you. And
It's delicious.
Delicious.
Glowing lights on a dashboard emerge out of nothingness.
Where am I?
In the upholstered cabin of Lieutenant Kitsuragi's motor carriage, seated in the driver's basket. The air is thick with leatherworks and heavy fuel oil. Cold water runs down your chin.
Drink. Water.
The water is
Drink.
cold, silvery, the stuff of life itself as it pours down your parched throat. The pounding in your head recedes. The darkness parts.
Drink. You haven't drunk water in 2 days. Did you know the human body is not made to survive on alcohol alone? You need a secondary form of hydration.
Drink.
With greedy gulps, you down half a liter of cold water. Some of it spills on the driver's seat. The lieutenant pays no heed to it.
What happened?
I should ask you the same. I came in contact with the burnt-out ruins of the past, Lieutenant. I was dehydrated, it won't happen again. Fuck it, started climbing out of the motor car. Oh well. I came into contact with the burnt-out ruins of the past. That is literally what just happened. I shat myself there. I thought it was like a potential ending, and that was the end of the playthrough. Jesus, I love this game.
That does sometimes happen.
He hands you the remains of your ledger.
He replies with such understanding. It's as if the burnt-out ruins of the past were an occupational hazard. Athlete's foot for cops.
You dropped these. Are you okay to proceed?
Let's solve the case. Okay,
Good.
okay. Crikey. Okay, that was a lot to just sort of round things
The
off
Ledger
there.
of Failure and Hatred is a special item that can be used both as an interactable and a tool equipped in your held slot for skill bonuses. Find it under the Tools tab in your inventory.
Ooh. Hello. So what does... Oh, I see. So what 1 plus Inland Empire, 1 plus Empathy, minus 2 Authority, though. Okay, let's put the crowbar back, because I don't think we need that at the moment. What else have we got? Blue Oblong Pen. Interesting. What were these? What was the Happy Cup? Oh yeah, there's a few things that I've got in there. Empty kit. I don't think I can salvage the track that's upstairs. Anyway, I digress. And what was the next thing we could look at? White Morning. What? Easy, Tiger. Minus 1 of the little guy gets you further and further away. You see yourself from above. You passed out in the blue tiles of the hostel room floor. Even from the distance, you can see your eyelids flutter at the mention of what? A great white object letting out the sweet smell like a lily of the valley. The little man's forgotten its name, but he still remembers the feeling. And look, he moves. The feeling animates him. He instinctively reaches out for the feeling's best friend, a bottle of Commodore Red. He puts on his disco clothes and gets smaller and smaller. Okay, we're at 54% for rigorous self-critique. Crikey, just when I think that this game... Oh, we've forgotten to speak to this individual as well. I'm guessing if we go this way that should take us back to the barrier, because I think I saw somebody on the other side earlier, so we'll have to go down that street. And now that we're actually at Kim's motor car, and the next episode, first thing to do is see if we can read what was on the ledger as well. God, I'm enjoying this. I hope you are too. This is going to be one heck of a playthrough. I mean, I think we're, what, 3 episodes? This is going to be the 3rd episode now, so that's a good 3 hours, give or take, gameplay, but I am just loving it. What a fantastic game. And it's only going to get more interesting, and we've obviously got other places to go, other things to see. I am looking forward to this in the long haul, but I just want to say thank you so much to all my subscribers. This is Big Bear signing off, but there will be another video. See ya!